Broadcasting live from the basement of the Pentagon. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Freedom is the right of all sentient beings.
It's 3 a.m. and the sirens are going off. Another rocket attack. I've got my boots and got my ammo in my 50-pound sack. A 100 boys headed to war in this world unknown. The only peace of mind I've got are these letters from home. Another day has come and gone. Another night I'm all alone. I didn't think I'd be this far out here in Kandahar. Well, most of us, we made it home, but we never came back. When we close our eyes at night, we hear a rocket attack. I've tried to talk and tell you about it, but it ain't the same. All these thoughts that run through my head, well, they can't be tamed. Another day has come and gone. Another night I'm all alone. I didn't think I'd be this far out here in Kandahar. Another day has come and gone. Another night I'm all alone. I didn't think I'd be this far out here. We ain't far from Kandahar. In Kandahar.
This is a public service announcement from C.T. Fletcher. I will not contribute to the pussification of a nation. Get your punk ass out there and work for it, motherfucker.
Let's roll.
Morning, Sergeant Major.
How do you know what kind of goddamn day it is?
Beautiful morning, Sergeant Major.
Are you a fucking weatherman now?
You're listening to Sergeant's Time on WTF Nation Radio.
That's right. Break them off some. Broadcasting live from the Functional Veteran Quarantine Center of Excellence. That's 9 April 2020. Welcome to WTF Nation Radio's Sergeant's Time with your host, me, Ice, and Spanky.
That's me.
In the turret, talking some shit. Man, this COVID madness is going to be awesome. We have some stories to tell you. I don't know what's going on Facebook, guys. If you're on the main page, we're good to go. No one's complaining about the dealios on the main page. So I'm just saying. I'm just saying. So real quick, just want to give a quick shout out to every single command that will be represented tonight. Without you, this material would not have been able to. We're dropping dimes tonight. Yeah.
Nickels,
dimes, quarters. Oh man, especially if you're in the what was that, 1st Squadron, 9th Cavalry. Yeah. The Cav. He's troop. Why are you making fun of the Cav? Yeah, right. Why are we making fun of the Cav? Yeah. Oh, we're gonna be rocking. So okay. So now that the fragos have been listed out, let's just get down to business. Let's get down to wait. We're gonna start talking like the NCOs, the senior officers. Let's get down to brass tacks. Let's do the what was it? Let's get down to brass. Let's look this holistic approach. What's the next one? Let's the Behoovesphere of the Behoovesphere. Hi guys, how you guys doing? In all the platforms, we're rocking green. All of our TGTs are green. We're rocking and rolling. And, oh my God. So 19 Cav. Well, thank you very much for giving us today. Now look, so the op order, the Frago came out for all this COVID drama. And I'm telling you what right now, commanders, I am imploring you. I'm just a fire starter, twisted fire starter. I'm nothing but a mere retired, dude. I'm just retired. I have no effect to anybody. I'm just here just doing my stuff. I'm actually here to provide you a service. Consider me like your inside scoop, the ear to the ground, the what was that? He's got the feel of the pulse. What buzzwords do sergeant majors have? He's a Beverly, those guys with a But anyways, I'm just your standard station manager, admin, and director of photography. I'm nothing. I'm not really. But I'm here to help. We're here to help you. Senior NCOs are here to advise our officers on what is good and what it isn't. Some of you officers and some of your senior NCOs, though, senior officers, have had an awesome sense of humor when it comes. Oh man, I hit my mic. Have an awesome sense of humor when it comes to being dimed out, or being called out, or being roasted on the WTF Nation. I'll be honest with you, that resonates a lot more with your soldiers than you demanding that they take off they get their phones, and what is it? They've been, I don't know, they're going back to the old days. That's what it seems like. It seems like they're going back to the old days, and it seems like you can't do a joke with them anymore. Like you can't joke around, like you can't whatever. So real quick, I'm just going to do some shout-outs to the two assistant division commanders from 8th Army, the ADCS and the ADC Ops, General Donahoe and General Christian. They posted on Twitter, hey, look, this is what we look like with our COVIDs. We're rocking the COVIDs, right? We're killing COVIDs. No big deal, right? It's just standard stuff. Well, we were kind of joking around in the WTF Nation Jock that they look like they look like the members of Cobra out of uniform and stuff. So we kind of like assisted them, and then okay, well, I was like, man, look at this. So I got with our graphic artists, and we pitched some ideas and went back and forth. And I do not take credit for this. Our graphic artist that handles all of our graphics on our social media team for WTF Nation Radio. He handles all of the graphics, and then I just pitch ideas, and always spot on. So we said they look like a couple of Cobra members of Cobra. So there you go. So there you got General Donahoe and General Christian, the ADCS and the ADCO of 8th Army, straight up repping in their COVID, anti-COVID. Look, if you look at the images behind them, even the Cobra commander is look at him. He is even following the COVID precautionary measures. Joe. And so
And it covers up like the haircut that General Donahoe has not been able to get.
yeah, General Donahoe has not been able to get it yet. He's starting to look like pretty messed up, and everyone's like going, oh wow. So to General Donahoe and General Christian, thank you guys for being good sports. This is what it's all about. This is what the soldiers want to see. Okay, now on that note, there's also things that soldiers don't want to see. Spanky, I don't even think I have that. Do you have the image of that formation? Do we have that somewhere? The formification that we have.
I'll grab it real quick.
Yeah, just grab it right quick and drop it in and drop it in there. So real quick, there was a post that we had on the main page, and there was some people that were like, oh, ha ha ha. Okay, now real quick, it was a joke, mind you. Sometimes even senior leaders like to troll. You like to troll, just make be fun in the army. It just kind of like looks like Shredder from Teenage Mutant Ninja. Yeah, blackface mask. Come on, dude. They like to be good sports about it. So there was a leader that was on posted. I won't. You guys are gonna have to dig it. There was a post that was a first sergeant that had his COVID mask on and going ultra hua. And the individual was even cool enough to say, hey, look, ha ha ha, that was me. And then I'm gonna, as a matter of fact, I'm gonna make a meme. I'm gonna make a meme about this. And I'm thinking, oh, okay. And sure enough, I have given this meme to individual friends, also myself. So that way, when it's their turn, have this meme ready for future reference, because this is going to be the future of a lot of stuff that we're having. So it's a picture of Ryan Reynolds, of course, saying that he's going to be walking into work as he's being roasted on Army WTF moments, because we're roasting tonight. Tonight we're roasting. There are some things that, okay, just joking around. This is awesome. This is funny. This is hilarious. And I'm telling you, this is a blast. And so, hey, we're gonna have this on here, and this is what that individual provided. Now, being a good sport, he wrote in this. He just, hang on. As a matter of fact, I asked if it was okay for us to put this out, because we always want to make sure our condition of anonymity, all of WTF inboxes are guaranteed anon. And so he said, yeah, I don't care.
It's like a confession box.
It's like a confession box, yeah. So he even said, he's like, good morning. Thank you for the laugh. You all have made my day. I'm the first sergeant with the full hua mask. To answer the question, yes, it's a joke. I never wore it outside. My soldiers know it's a joke and everything is hua. I just read my 1000th frago and had to pull in the troops for essential taskings. So I just lost the battle with my S3, and my soldiers needed to laugh since I've been on strict the past couple weeks. Appreciate the roast. In fact, I made a meme out of it, and that was the meme that he made right there. So, First Sergeant, hey, we appreciate that. That's awesome. That's what it's supposed to be about. Not having drama, not going off on your soldiers and all that. That's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be us, laughing and giggling and ha ha ha, and all that. So, I mean,
and of course, he lost the battle with the S3.
Of course, he's gonna lose the battle with the S3. It's a tasking. Taskings are gonna happen. But anyways, that right there, we appreciate it. So let's go now to some roasting. All right, we're gonna roast. We're dropping dimes and roasting. Roasting memes. Wait, did I say that right? Anyways, so
how much coffee had you had?
I was just telling Spanky that I have had coffee. As a matter of fact, I am drinking coffee right now. I had a friend of mine who makes coffee, and I was like, yeah, let me try some. Let me try a couple bags. And so I am drinking coffee. I have a mug
you drink all the bags?
I drink all at once. I am. Everybody knows how I'm hyper, and when I get all hyped up and I'm drinking coffee, you're gonna get an awesome show if that happens. I just gotta make sure I don't spill anything on me before I laugh, or don't be busting out some. I'm talking in front of my mic right now as I'm drinking coffee. At any rate, so the first unit we're gonna talk. Okay. So first off, let's walk down this path here of what the COVID mass drama is starting to cause with individuals. Now, this first one's going to be an infographic of what not to wear and what not to look at, or how soldiers in uniform can use mask. Now, I'll be honest with you, this was kind of cool. I like this. I was digging it because it had it had basically a pretty good layout of what masks should be looking like. I think what command, this is the one that's got the Darth Vader-ness on there. What command is that one? What's that one right there?
That was from USAG Stuttgart.
Okay, USAG Stuttgart. So
Yes.
shout out to you guys at Stuttgart. I mean, what's pretty cool is that if you look at some of the thing right there, the equipment, it said specifically, I'll just go ahead and zoom this in because you guys are like, well, we talk about okay, but shit, right? So here, I'll go ahead and zoom it in. So on the top portion of it, this is soldiers in uniform can use the issued equipment for masks. And so here's the neck gaiter, and here is the issued balaclava over your head. Looks okay. That looks legit, right? I mean, that looks like it's simple, even though they just said not to wear it earlier. But okay, we got it. We got it.
I mean, it's something that every soldier has. That's the way I look at it. It's
Right.
like you don't have to go out and buy anything. Force your wife to learn how to sew.
Right. Why's it got to be a
or
wife?
anything like that.
Or you just
Okay,
you just assume because what
or
if guys?
a
Because
spouse.
we have riggers. They know how to they sew. I'm not trying to task you
Okay.
task the rigger section out of an airborne unit.
Okay, well, they don't need anybody jumping on the airplane, so what else do they have to do?
Ooh.
You know how to get back at
Ooh,
you.
bam! Ooh, that's how you. Ooh, man, you bro. Why you bringing the burn, man? I'm gonna take another sip of coffee.
Because they don't need to be all like shoved into an airplane right now. Remember, you know.
I mean, shoved into a tube.
them apart.
That social distancing. They're all
Whatever.
inside. Yeah. So this is again out of USAG Stuttgart. So shout out to Stuttgart. And then they did this. Then they showed you what you can't have. That you can't obviously we looking like Santa Claus. You can't. I snorted coffee. Yeah, I really think I might have. I think I need to. I think keep going. I've been running like 80 miles a minute like for the last 48 hours. Just a bunch of stuff's been coming down the pipe, and I'm like, God damn, dude, PAOs. I had to give it to our WTF Sergeant Major to some of the PAO stuff because then they kept coming back and saying, I don't want to talk to the WTF Sergeant Major. He's mean. But you could talk. No, because they're used to. No. You could talk back to him. So it's been crazy these last freaking 48 hours with all this release of the COVID fragos. At any rate, so it says right there, you can't look like Santa Claus because it easily picks up bacteria and cookie crumbs.
They had to put this out because, you know, there's people like me, like, oh, well, you didn't say I couldn't wear a Barbie mask.
Right, exactly.
And I would have a Barbie
No, we were
mask.
talking about that as well. We were talking about the. I had some friends of mine that said that they were going to pull out the SpongeBob ones, and that was freaking awesome when COVID-20 came out. That was pretty cool. And then the middle one is, of course, allows bacteria to escape and looks a little bitey. That's obviously a tune into the Hannibal series of Silence of the Lambs with Hannibal Lecter, and then of course. Now here, I think they're overdoing it. Let's go overboard. There's nothing wrong with that.
Because-
Darth Vader has his own self-contained helmet. It's a mask. It's got to be the helmet. So if you're wearing the mask, it's self-contained. And obviously you can't do that because it's too close to the dark side.
Like, how many people have one of these masks at home?
The full-size
Yeah,
movie.
besides you.
Yeah, I'll have to say which one. I got like all movie replica Darth Vader helmets. Name your episode. And you straight up, you know, I will assist you in putting on such helmet. Anyways, so that's
Your
that's
entire formation would have one.
you damn right. I'd dress everybody up like fucking stormtroopers if I could.
I can't stand you.
So let's go on with the adventures now of the of what we're seeing in the inbox. And me and Spanky were just freaking rolling at these. The WTF boss, the CG at WTF said, hey, go easy on them. Don't be too mean, because we still got to work with them. I'm like, all right, cool. We can at least just clown a couple of them because we think it's funny. So now going on that, when we're talking about the balaclavas, let me show you what it looks like when people don't know, when people don't have sergeants next to them, or they don't have any sergeants around them, or have nobody to wear it. This is this one right here is at a VTC. That's a town hall. And this I don't know if this is a joke or they're trolling their commands, but you can definitely see that they have some issues wearing the boss's guidance. This is easy, dude. This is easy. Look at this. See, look at that. Look at that. Oh my god.
I didn't see this one, so I'm hoping they were giving like what to do, what not to do. Or maybe they were just cold.
Did you think so? I don't know. But you guys
I don't
are all
know.
up
I
on.
didn't see this town hall.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly.
We're trying to catch all the town halls.
Oh my
I
god,
didn't see
we'll
this
be
one.
trying to. Yeah, we've been trying to catch them.
Because I would have trolled them.
Right. I'll be honest with you, and I'm gonna go there. I will go there. The dude on the left looks like foreskin. I'm sorry. That just doesn't. I mean, I don't know if it's. The one looks like he's about ready to. The colonel looks like he's about ready to rob a bank, and then the CSM on the left, it looks like he's. I'm sorry, man. I don't want to say you're phallus, dude. I'm just gonna say that it just looks like it looks too. It looks like It looks. I mean, come on, think. It looks foreskinny. Doesn't that look like that? I mean, or is my mom going in the gutter or something, or what?
A little bit, but I don't. Or he hasn't been able to get his hair cut, and he couldn't let anybody see that.
Yeah, that is a good one. I didn't even think about that.
Couldn't let anybody see that.
Right. You know,
I'm not getting on any camera with my eyebrows looking like they are right now because I haven't been able to get them done.
Oh yeah, I know, huh? I'm about to say everyone's like freaking wearing that stuff like there. Okay, so yeah, so that's the so this right here, this is a unit bust out. This unit bust out here, of course, is brought to you by Cav.
Of course it is.
I'm just
First team.
Is 1-9 part of? Is it 1-9?
Oh yeah,
it is.
Blackjack even.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, Cav of excellence of Cav. I have no idea. Anytime someone says that airborne is irrelevant and no longer used, then I'll just sit there and just say Cav. If you're gonna if you're gonna be taking jump slots and taking the airborne away, then you got to take away Cav because that's because of Cav. Because I gotta have somebody else's spite on that. Well, I'm not gonna sit there. Okay, so this was as of April 7th, and this was just been released as of I think the Frago. We got so many Fragos coming out. Like I said, those last 48 hours. Frago's release saying you have to maintain social distancing and also this stuff, and then of course there we go. As a 1-9. What was it? First Squadron 9th Cavalry, 9th U.S. Cavalry, or something like that.
Yes, it's
okay.
1-9.
Right. Okay. There you go. So there you go. That's 1-9.
Pretty close together.
Yeah, they look like.
And that picture doesn't look pretty Mission Essential to me.
It doesn't look like Mission Essential at all. I don't know how many times. I don't know what is it with Cav and their fandom. I'll be honest with you. I have not been of Cav. I'm not Cav oriented. You know what I mean? That's not my military preference. That is not my assumed. I was gonna say, that's not my assumed gender. That's not my assumed. Thanks, Dead Ghost, for joining us, man. Yeah. So it was like, it looks like. Yeah, I'm not going to. Yeah. Look at that. That's Cav. I'm just gonna say Cav.
You know what kills me about this? Okay, so of course their response is the memo from the division commander is dated the 8th. In this picture they said was taken on the 7th. So it's not covered under the division commander's memo, right? But Headhunter 6 put in his newsletter that he wrote on the March 18th, we're doing everything we can to combat this virus, including any unnecessary formations.
Right, because see, this is what we're talking about here, WTF Nation, when it comes to some of the stuff that we're messaging and communications in your strategic strategery. I knew you were going to get me in there somehow, ass. Strategery in getting your message across all your platforms. You got to make sure everyone's lying. Now everyone's like, whatever. They've not talked about that. That's bullshit. Whatever. They didn't really say that in the newsletter. Well, being that Spanky is of Spanky and being of Spanky, we brought receipts, and we not only have brought receipts, but I'm going to show you right now that's the Cav from 1-9 Cav newsletter. So 1-9 Cav said that they're going to do everything they can to mitigate blah 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 blah. And then now they're going to say, no, we didn't do that because of this time stamp, whatever. And then they said, well, then you got the commander right there saying, we're going to do this and do that, and mitigation of excellence with hand sanitizer and wearing bras on your face. You going to call bullshit on that? Is it, can you say it's bullshit? I mean, it's like I would just say right now it's bullshit, but it just looks like I'm sorry, it's bullshit. I'm just.
Right. And I get it. There are times that, things are going to have to get done and you're going to have to bring people together. But Oh, if the exercise didn't happen unless you had the pretty picture to prove it. I get it. That's what it is.
I must be
right?
like I don't, I was wondering how many times, man, how many these motherfuckers had time to take pictures of doing shit. I was like, we must, because I don't remember, Spanky, it was always like, how come you guys don't have proof of your service and all that stuff? Because we didn't have the time to sit down and take fucking pictures of what we were fucking doing. We always had people, like with our little fucking disposable cameras, used to always take pictures of us and then would like develop it, or you didn't have time. Did you have time for that shit? Did you do that?
I have literally only been in one unit that was so anal about photos of everything, and it was a signal unit, don't get me wrong, and I'm just like, why the fuck do you have to have pictures of everything? That was just going through my head. I'm like, whatever. But we had time for it then in that signal unit, but it was just every moment of like my time in that signal unit is documented somehow. But the rest of my Army career, I'm lucky to be able to find a picture. I'm lucky to be able to find pictures of my promotions. Like someone took a picture of that, yay.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'm so glad you said that, because there's individuals that that said, hey, and you remember this, and this, and then I'll see on Facebook that they posted something. I'm like, holy shit, no, I was there. That was
right.
That was me. That happened. Damn.
Or like somebody finds me on Facebook that I haven't seen in years, and then they start tagging me on all these old photos. I'm like, wait a minute. That's me.
Right.
I was there.
Yeah, that was like, yeah, wait a minute. I'm standing right there. They're like, yeah, it's you, man. You were standing right there. And I have friends, hey, man, look at this. I've had people reach out to me, yeah, remember this picture? I'm like, damn, you took pictures? I'm like, I'm not gonna, I'm not taking, I'm like, literally, I was like, how'd you get this picture? You know what? That's why I don't rob banks with people. I mean, when you show me pictures of shenanigans and stuff that I've done in my young life, you were the one that I'm not taking with me to rob a bank. I mean, because I'm going to take a Spanky, I'm going to take a couple other individuals, but I'm not going to take some of you guys that are out there, y'all know who I'm talking about, that will sit there and go, look at this. I saw this picture from this and this. I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe did I eat a squirrel? I was really going to eat a dead squirrel? Oh my God, oh God, really? That's not me. And then sure shit, it's me. Well, wait, there's more.
There's always
there's always more. Okay, so because of this guidance that everyone's coming out with, there is organizations out there that are actually saying, hey, look, I think they're overdoing it. Again, in some of the non-commissioned officer professional development systems, I don't ever think. Do you remember? I don't know. Like medical shit? Do you remember any medical shit other than Combat Lifesaver or something like that? Do you remember that? I mean, that was about it, right? Oh,
that sweet 40 hours of medical training I had like in 1997.
TCCC or something like that, right? Now, I don't know if this is a gag or this is a joke, but it's pretty funny when you see soldiers walking around looking like this. Next image right here. I think it's like, I don't know, it's like they're trying to be like a Slender Man or something like that, or a military version of a Slender Man or Candy. No, not Candyman. Don't want to say Candyman. I can't wait for that movie to come out. But look, there's another unit. What the hell is this other unit? There's like a one. Was it the Arctic Wolves? Is it the SBCT? Out of 25th ID, out of the Arctic Wolves out of Alaska, right? They put out. Oh wait, they're having a town hall. Hang on, let's listen in.
But the goal of the leadership is to ensure that your family and team is together for the things like that. So it's a short-term sacrifice for a long-term win. And so I appreciate everybody's support. If you have questions,
here we go.
All transparency. You can ask them, send them on email. Nobody is getting beat up for any questions that they ask. I have had soldiers and family members who have come in and said, look, this isn't right. And they'll call out something that's not quite going right. And I guarantee you what we do is we go back and we look at it. We adjust fire where we need to. Mm-hmm. We clarify communication when it just needs to be clarified and things like that. And so I promise you, all of your comments are appreciated, and we'll continue to get after that. So strike first, strike hard, strike again. We'll talk again next week.
Oh, damn. We just missed out. Shit. Crap. Oh, man. Damn it. God, I want to talk to him about. Man. So, damn it, that was the first Striker BCT Arctic Wolves. As a matter of fact, I'm going to go in there and say, no, wait, come back. No, wait, come back. Oh, no, wait, come back. We have you live. No, wait, come back. There we go. oh man, that sucks. I wanted to have him on there so we could shoot the shit because we were gonna. Oh man. Okay. Anyways, so we had this awesome graphic that they had posted up about standards of what they're supposed to be having for wearing the COVIDs, right? They even I don't even know if did they take it down, but they had a relaxed grooming standards. They had relaxed they authorized hands in pockets. They authorize. I mean, I'm thinking like, wait, what was that right there? Did you just like man?
You mean my hands can be like a little warmer and not touch my face?
Yeah, well, there are in freaking Alaska. So yeah, man, we try to, we guys and gals, we just try to get in there. So let's do this. You guys, how do you guys feel about going to another town hall, and then asking them some questions? And then let's see, what do we got? Okay, you guys, let us know if there's a unit conducting a town hall right now. Let's crash it. Let's we'll still continue with the show, but let me know, and then we'll talk. We'll go up in there and talk it and shoot the shit, and then we'll see what happens. You think that's cool? I don't.
They're gonna block us.
Do you think they're gonna block us? I was going to say maybe I should ask the WTF CG because I think he's the only one that's got authorization to mess with the unit like that. But I just think it's funny. No, wait, come back. Yeah, let me see. So are they coming? That's just messed up. No, wait, come back. No, I wanted to come back to hear you talk. I wanted to hear you talk. Oh man. Anyways, all right. So let us know if there's a unit that you see in there that's got you want to go ahead and shoot the breeze and get their. Let's see. Let's pick a post. Let's just do it right now. Who's got one? We got Hood, right? No, wait, isn't Italy or let's see.
Well, the time difference is most of them are doing them during the day.
Oh, really? Yeah. So
yes.
So COVID. So let's see what units we got going on in here. Let's see. What's that's USAG Korea, right? They're doing some right because it's in the morning. So it's like what Daegu I think is doing the one that's they have. I tell you what, USAG Daegu, they're the ones that have had the best campaign on a lot of the stuff. Well, they just had one too. God, they just had an update. God, see, we're just missing it. Anyways.
I guess we're going to plan this better.
Hey, we didn't know. I just saw, I was like, wait a minute, I'm just talking about it. And I was like, you know what, let's just go. And I just so happened to see a Facebook Live broadcast. And you know what, that's what we should do. We're going to go crash their party and say, hello. Hi. Howdy. But howdy, unit. But anyways. Let's go back to what we were talking about. Okay, so there was that one. So everyone's asking, okay, what is the new update? Okay, well, I'll give you the update right now. So real quick, the COVID-19 update for it, it just came out today that we just posted on the main page and we tweeted it out on the WTF Nation. So number one is that Frago 20 that came out yesterday. It provided a little bit more clarity to the wear of the face mask for soldiers. So the net gaiters authorized, but be careful for the net gaiters if you guys get the joke, because there's been a lot of individuals that look like you need to go fucking BSEP to learn how to spell net gator.
If you need help, let me know.
If you BSEP, do they even have BSEP? Oh, they call it AFAST or FAST. They call it or something like that. I can't remember.
I can't keep up.
Anyways.
It was the fast class.
It's the fast class, yeah. Anyways,
still the fast class.
So Frago 21 is waiting to be pushed. Is waiting to push the button because it's going to go whatever, but it's going to cover 80 pass reporting. And then ODS pushed out a memo formalizing the extending of expiring CAC cards and US IDs, the MILPER messages in the ranks. So pay attention, look at your chain of command. You'll probably or hit up the inbox at US Army WTF Moments, and they'll be able to help you out to get the that information out. The fourth thing is that the leave and carryover extension is almost approved, and we should have it later this month. Now, number 5. Right now, the Behoovesphere is cracking. Number 5, the Behoovesphere is freaking the hell out. Why? Is because the DAG1 has the Army body fat, the weight control shit, body composition program, suspension policy memo, and staffing for release, because it will be the same thing as an APFT. So if there's not any other time to start eating all them fucking burgers and bacon,
don't get fat, y'all.
Yeah, don't get fat. Still do PT. Maybe that's why your fucking leaders are asking for damn pictures. But anyways, right now there is no decision to lift the stop move, nor they have decided to extend it. We know folks are having problems getting their orders. Understand there's a lot of unknowns. And then once the decisions are made, the moves will be based upon priorities. Now, be careful when if you think you're priority, you probably aren't. You won't be able to The voices in my head. Hey, what's up, Mike? How you doing, man? Thank you for tuning in. I have a feeling that there's going to be more information. So the Behoovesphere, like I said, point number 5 is the Army Body Fat Composition Program, and then the AP, just like the APFT is going to be suspended. Hey, look, it's got to happen. It's got to happen. I'll be honest with you that if we have any drama with that, hey, look, this is some of the stuff that's got to be taken by level and by, I guess you would say, a priority of, okay, because you have individuals that are supposed to be going to PMEs. You have PMEs that are being suspended, right, and people being held at those locations. So everything's pretty much at a pause. Now, go ahead.
I'm not saying it's like a free for all. Everybody will get fat. It's just like you can't tape someone right now, safely. Like, you got to get all up in their business to tape someone. So if someone's got to go to school, normally what do you have to do before they go to school? Weigh and tape them. If they need to get taped.
Yeah.
So I think that
is that what you call it?
In my common sense mind,
I'm about to say,
like, okay, you don't have to do that right now for them to go to school.
Right. Yeah.
Or online school or whatever it is that they're going.
That's a good point.
Because
that is a good point. Getting taped is a very intimate process when you think about it, because you are getting taped. You are placing a tape on someone's body. That's. So
I think that may be what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, not, hey, go get fucking fat as fuck, because you know what, this is going to be over with.
Right, exactly. No, they're not really point. Right. They're not really saying that, but they are saying, yes, we are trolling town halls right now. So if you do have a town hall that you want us to talk to or submit some questions, we'd be more than happy to do it. We're not trolling them. We're just going to sit there and say, hey guys, we're just giving you guys a shout out, great work type stuff, because some of the units are doing some good stuff. What was the next one? Okay. There's some other ones in here too. There were some awesome ones. Let me go into some of the. No, I can't do that one. Nope, I can't do that one. No, God, there's some stuff in here that's a lot of unit. How do I say this? Unit specific, and I'm going through right now and looking inside the inbox. We have been in contact with some PAOs. Yes, we have been. Some PAOs have been in contact with us. They know where to go to. If you know any PA, if you're a PAO or PA Sergeant Major or PA NCO, you are wondering where it is to connect us on that level, get with your brethren in your specific groups and your little PAO forums or whatever, and I'm pretty sure they'll be able to tell you where to get in contact with a deconfliction page and you got to be a PAO though, and don't worry, we will know. We will know if you're bullshit. Yeah, I'm a PAO, and you're just like somebody trolling with a DD-214. But at any rate, we have so much. I really don't want to. I don't want to say go into too much stuff, because it's going to lead into other discussions that then it'll end up being a dead discussion. There's some screenshots that I got that I'm looking at. I'm like, you know what? Maybe I shouldn't post that one, because it's going to lead into other stuff. You damn right, Mike. There isn't a PA SGM. I wish there was. Public affairs. A public affairs SGM. Is that a public affairs sergeant major? Because I know there needs to be. I mean, at least they're not a command sergeant major, right? We're going to go back and forth with this command sergeant major thing, Mike. You guys need a regiment, is what you need. Every time I hear someone say regimental sergeant major for whatever, and you don't have. I just get the doctrine cringe. I'm like, oh, did you just call him out? Is he the regimental sergeant major for blah blah blah? Pick your regiment that doesn't have one. But y'all need a regiment, because that would be that would be pretty cool.
I'll write a stern email.
Let's write a stern email. Are we gonna Karen? Are we gonna Karen the?
Oh, I can Karen the fuck out of some emails.
We'll write a note right now. I'm kind of dragging this out a little bit, because some of the stuff that I wanted to talk about will end up going over and through the break, and I was gonna talk about the judge stuff at the bottom of the hour, but this stuff that I got right here, I think we need
the full hour.
We need the full hour for the judge receipts. Yeah. So everybody knows that I've been doing a little segment, WTF Judge. Notes from the WTF Judge. We do have a staff sergeant major. Way to go, Pip. No such thing, sergeant major or command sergeant major. Even though a sergeant major actually works. I'm just saying. Of course, breaking balls to all my CSM brethrens. We've been doing a little segment. We started this last week, and it was just not really, hey, maybe we should do this. And I just said, hey, I talked to the judge, and I said, hey, is it okay we put this up there? And we started talking about it. It ended up being a really good discussion and leaders. I had some of my friends, some of my peers were like, dude, that was good shit. We need to have more of that. I like that stuff. So I asked the judge if he could provide us more receipts and more stories of his JAG life, of his time as a JAG, and some of the historical stuff. And also, is it okay if we highlight things that he shouldn't have to tweet? So these are the things that will be that our judge, we do have a bona fide judge that helps us out with a lot of stuff, and to include that, anytime there's something we want to say or come out with saying or discussing with something, or it's basically the JAG that you wish you had at a unit. He will be able to provide you that. So we're going to bring some receipts. So it's going to be the segment. I guess we can start saying it. This is going to be the segment. Notes from the desk of the judge, or the WTF Judge. I can't wait, because there's some stuff that me and Spanky were talking about, and oh wow, they're just like, wow, there's some good receipts. Every receipt that I've asked, I am in conference, and I showed Spanky, I am in conference with the judge when I'm chatting with him to say, hey, what happened with this? Is this story legit? Is this just like one-off? And he's like, nope. And I'll tell you why. And he blah, 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 gives me the deets. So, okay, tell me what I can say on air. Tell me what I cannot say on air. We have other stories from the notes of the judge that are still working. So it's like he's going to have content for days, man. He's going to have,
Right?
He's going to have freaking, some of the receipts that we talked about last week. I got everybody. Everyone was like, "Oh, it was a pretty hard-hitting judge assessment." Everyone was like, "God, yeah, that hit me in the feels." No.
Few.
No. They hit me in the SART feels. Is what I'm saying. I'm not talking about the other stuff, but so yeah, this is gonna be fun. So basically, what it is that everything that the judge has tweeted on his Twitter account at WTF Judge, we're gonna discuss it. And he's going to provide a little bit of background for the show, and that way we won't have to worry about the drama for your mama type stuff. He's like I said, he's legit. These are legit cases that we're talking about. This is not something that we just didn't make up. And on top of that, on the notes for the judge, we also have some more 8th Army. God, 8th Army, man. Maybe we should just call this 8th Army WTF moments. They damn sure been on here more than any other command. Cough, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Any other command that's been on here.
Oh, first team's coming up.
Oh, I'm about to say, when's first Cav coming on, man? We were talking about, we'll talk about later.
No, they like to ignore us, I guess.
I'm about to say, they're like too busy taking.
Post pictures.
I was about to say, they're too busy doing, formation pictures and stuff like that. Yeah, because I think 8th Army has had the most fun on here, coming on and shooting the breeze.
Oh, that's just it. They have fun on here. I think other commands, maybe they'll start listening and like, hey, we're really not going to bite you. I promise.
Right. Well,
and that's the no biting mask.
Right. Yeah, we have the no biting mask. Well, I'm wearing the Darth Vader mask, and or it depends on the Cookie Crumb one. But no, for real, I was talking to some friends about, I'm not just saying that because my buddy Mike's in the fucking chat, but I was talking with, they're like asking me, how did you get on? How did you what was it that you got to get the general coming on, to get, you got a freaking general to come on WTF Nation Radio. And like I said, really, he wanted to come out and tell the story. Really, we're talking about an anniversary, man. We were talking about an anniversary of the 8th Army before all this COVID stuff started coming up. And then we did the AUSA stuff. And that was just like, I don't know, maybe just things fell the way they did. They fell into place. But yeah, commands, we were more than happy to talk to you and sit down and give you some 3CR. What about 3CR? They can come on. Well, who cares? Exactly that, Pip. 3CR was here the most, but not talking to us the most, if you could say that. If there's anybody, I think right now General Donahoe has got more. Now he's since he's a repeat performer, a repeat offender on our stupid little radio show, like he would said. We should have took the coin rack back.
I still have one more to ship out, but I have to get to a special store to ship stuff overseas, so I'll get there.
Oh man. Exactly. I'm just messing around, Mike. But no, he's had some pretty good radio time. He actually has a very good, he's Jose's still here, but I don't know how to say this, but wait, is Flash not listening? We can tell if someone's listening. No, I don't see him on the.
I don't see him.
I don't see. Flash has a unique way of disappearing, and then a Jose story gets written. And the story gets the way it is that when he comes on and starts talking about a lot of stuff that I think he doesn't have a level of detail on, and then Flash comes in and says, "Hey, did you hear about this?" and "Hey, did you hear about that?" I'm thinking, there's only one other person that would know this information. There's only one other person that would understand what this is all about, what this is, and this. And so the next thing you know, Flash comes back on the net, and then there's a Jose story written, like all done and written out, like PO-ish, like it was almost, it's like written like, yeah. So this whole time you guys were wondering about, Jose, it's been probably everyone's, yeah, exactly. See, I'm stoking that freaking conspiracy theory there. But anyways.
Yeah, I don't mess with the DTS to know where he's at, so I don't know.
Right. Exactly. So we're going to go ahead and take a break. We're going to then have notes from the judge, from the WTF judge, and we're going to bring receipts. And this is going to be awesome because he is going to. We're gonna be hanging out and seeing what he's got to say. Pretty interesting stories. So stay tuned. Go refill your coffee. I know I am, because I'm on half a pot, and I've been. I got the freaking attention span of a shrew right now. I'm just all over the fucking place.
Did you say of a shoe?
Shrew, not shrew. You know what a shrew is, right? The little, or like Scrat, from freaking Ice Age. Fucking, trying to get the nut.
I heard shoe.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't speak English right. So, anyways, we're gonna go ahead and take a break. We'll be back. Everybody get some shots, refill your glasses, and we'll see you in a sec.
WTF Nation Radio. WTF Nation Radio.
Take it from me, Ice. You can't just float around space not caring about stuff forever.
The voice of U.S. Army. WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Shit in the bag, Pogue.
Nothing feels the same. Left it all behind. Is it so bad? Is this where you draw the line? 'Cause it's so sad. Tell me where's your fate? Is it so bad? Couldn't see it in your face. And it's so sad. I'll wait until you come back down to me. I'll wait until you come back down. While you keep it in your head, is it so bad? Never heard a word you say it, and it's so sad. Tell me when you lost your way, 'cause it's so bad. I'll see you when I pray, and it's so sad. I'll wait until you come back down to me. I'll wait until you come back down to me. I'll wait until you come back down to me. I'll wait until you come back down. Is it what you want? Is it what you need now? Is it what you breathe? Is it what you're feeling now? Is it what you feel? Is it what you're feeling now? Is it what you wanted? I'll wait until you come back down to me. I'll wait until you come back down to me. I'll wait until you come back down to me. I'll wait until you come back down. Hello, you. Will you come back down to me? Hello, you. Will you come back down?
I am here determined to stop this future atrocity.
This station is now the ultimate power in the universe. I suggest we use it.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
Everything stated on WTF Nation Radio is to be considered the opinion of the person that stated it, and not an official representation of WTF Nation Radio or U.S. Army WTF Moments.
Price does not include tax, title, or license. Some assembly required. Each item sold separately. Batteries not included. Objects in mirror are closer than they appear. If conditions persist, contact a physician. Individual results may vary. Keep out of the reach of children. Avoid prolonged exposure to direct sunlight. Keep in a cool, dark place. And
please enjoy the show. Shot.
New format that we're doing, or new segment we're doing, is that normally anytime the WTF Jag will tweet something to get kind of a discussion going, because he's not really a Facebook guy, he's mostly a Twitter guy. He does these things that are like things I shouldn't have to tweet, or things I do need to tweet, or things that I have to do, whatever. So when he tweets him, then I see him, I laugh, we all of us laugh, and then I will wait. Let me speak legal speak. We go into the judge's chambers, and then we discuss in chambers in front of the WTF commander to make sure that I am legit to discuss some of these cases. And yes, I am able to discuss some of these cases, because some cases that the judge will be discussing sometimes might be, or we can't discuss. We'll wait until the judge says yep, because it's probably like Article 15 stuff or what have you. So that's really what the segment is all about. So with that, let's go ahead and begin with the first thing that he does need to tweet. All right. So there's literally nothing that says a soldier is automatically liable if they left their TA-50 in a car and it's stolen. That policy does not exist. It never has. And of course, the judge will say, "Come at me, bro." Don't try to.
How many people have heard that?
Oh my God! But he lays it down. See, the things with the judge is if you try to drag him on Twitter with some legalese and stuff like that, he will come back. I mean, he comes back with judge like relentless,
like case law,
case law. I mean, stuff exactly. I'm sitting there going, "Wow, I didn't know
with
that."
With numbers and page
case law, of precedence of that, of forthwith of the I plead the fifth. You know, if the glove don't fit, you must acquit. I mean, I was like, God, dude, how did you? I mean, he throws it out there. He does it pretty good, but he does it for the soldier and the commander because they're
absolutely.
You know, it's not like he's complaining or having a complaint about a lot of stuff. It's just that he just wants to freaking make sure that it's good to go. He will dime out a commander just like he'll dime out a Joe. And that's generally the case. He will not have any qualms with doing that. So there you go. I mean, this is freaking, that's one of those things where hey, just this, hey, this. Would you rather have it? Would you rather have it sugar coated and some ambiguity, ambiguous fucking meaning?
I would just rather have him as a lawyer if I ever fucked up.
Oh my God, I know. Could you imagine? I mean,
can I get him on retainer?
Yeah, really.
Just in case I ever need a lawyer.
Yeah, really. I mean, ever. Well, sometimes, like I said before, there's some things that, because of a lot of us that have had issues back in the day through our personal lives, we've done the same thing. We will ask, and hey, Judge, I've always advised this as a sergeant major, or I've always advised this as a first sergeant, or I've always advised this as a commander. Is this legit? And he will actually confirm to make sure that we're straight. Now, real quick, he knows your JAG. I will say reason why is because there was something that happened to a JAG amongst the jock, and we were talking blah 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 blah, and then the next thing you know, he mentioned something of that individual, and then like, oh whoa, holy shit, that's holy crap, damn, all right, I didn't know that JAG, that JAG and that JAG and that JAG and that JAG. All lawyers know each other, guys and gals. All them JAGs know each other. Just like, wait a minute, just like all lawyers know each other anyways, like when you go through a divorce. Or when you're going through like like going through a civil matter, when you're going through when you get busted for a DUI. Isn't that like, it used to be a promotion requirement for sergeant majors? Is it anymore? Is it going to be sure? I don't want to offend any sergeant majors.
I don't think that's on the checklist anymore.
Okay, it's not anymore. Okay. Yeah, he's gonna know. He's gonna know any other JAG or any other lawyer. That's just the way you are. I mean, that's the way cases are. On the Monday edition, we're gonna talk about corruption and stuff like that. We're working on some stuff to talk about some of the corrupt cases that are going on against victims of domestic violence and child abuse, and rights of individuals when they go through divorce. Pretty interesting stuff. Then there you go. Knows you're straight. They all play golf together. Right? How they do. They all play golf together. They actually talk to you and say, "Hey, are you gonna get some chow after this?" Yeah, okay. After their buddy, they're both making a lot of money. After their buddy just like totally freaking raked you over the coals, or raked her over the coals, or let that fucking criminal off easy for doing whatever. Either or, it doesn't matter. All JAGs talk to each other, just like all sergeants major talk to each other, just like all first sergeants talk to each other. We all talk to each other. Except JAG can give you a little bit more, a little bit more reality when it comes to making sure you don't mess up. So that's the number one. Go ahead.
Well,
Discuss.
with this policy, and I said that with the quotes around it like he did, you're supposed to take, with Army supply policy in general, you're supposed to take, you're supposed to keep it secure. In your car is secured. Like, you have it locked up. You need to bring it in your car from point A to point B. Cars get broken into. I live in freaking Killeen, Texas. Cars get broken into every day. Like on the Neighbors app, I don't know if y'all have that. Like lots of people have Ring doorbells and stuff like that. Every single day, there are people checking cars. Most of the time, they don't get broke into, but they are checking them to see if they're unlocked. I'm like, I think it's a reasonably secured if it's in the trunk of your car and locked up. Like, to me, that is reasonably secured. I don't think everybody has every piece of TA50 they ever own. Like that wouldn't even fit in an SUV, in most cases.
You don't have an SUV, don't you have a fucking the second half of Jack School is learning how to say, I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. I know, dude. I wonder if they ever get in that argument like that back and forth. But anyways, go ahead. But I
mean, I think, with what you need on a daily basis, being in the trunk of your car, that's reasonably secured, having it in the back of your car. Like, the stuff you need, like every Thursday, are you dragging that shit in and out? I don't know, maybe, but I would have, my vest, ACH and stuff. Was always in my vehicle. Is it possible that could have got stolen out of it? Yeah, if someone's breaking into my vehicle, my vehicle's always fucking locked.
Right.
It automatically locks. Thankfully, if I don't have my keys, my vehicle's smart enough not to let me lock them in there, or else those would be locked in there half the time too. But that's reasonably secured to me.
What's funny, Spanky, is that all the individuals that like to talk all that shit about law and JAG are the same one that are exposing individuals to. Oh wait, hang on, we got a call. What the hell is this? It sounds like we're hang on. Ooh, it's a long one too. WTF Nation Radio, you're on the air. WTF Nation Radio. Hello. I mean, that is a long freaking phone number. I think I'm telling you right now, that's probably Flash. It better be Flash. That is the longest freaking.
Yeah, that whoever from China that likes to.
I was about to say
every day.
I think it's overseas. I think it might be overseas. But at any rate, there is. But also, what are you doing storing all your TA50 in your vehicle? That's another thing too. And that right there, that probably plays. But I'll be honest with you, AT4 is in the trunk.
I mean, not all of it. No, but you're just coming from CIF,
right? But these individuals that say the same thing, that this is a policy, are the same individuals that are wearing masks, making you wear neck gaiters when they just said earlier not to wear them. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, first sergeants and commanders and CSMs, please, you are not of competent medical authority to make that determination. Let's go ahead and freaking let's go ahead and wait until. You have that freaking, I don't know, the guidance from the top, which I think was pretty blatant with the DOD. The DOD said specifically that there was going to be a broad range of wearing for masks and social distancing, and we still could not get that right. We couldn't get that right for shit. For some reason now we have Behoovesphere. Everything's so fucking bad that now there's even talk that there's installations right now that are stating that you cannot have. Hang on. Let's see if we can get this call right here. I don't think it's connecting for some reason. I don't know why it's not connecting. Dude, no. Hello? WTF Nation Radio on there? Hello? Hey, hello? Yeah, it's not connecting, man. Yep, it definitely is not connecting. I don't know why. I just hit connect and it wouldn't connect you, bro. Sorry about that. There's the the N95 series mask. The reason why, if you look at the WTF Nation symbol, the U.S. Army WTF moment symbol has that mask on there, is because installations have said that it's unauthorized for you to wear it. Now, and the reason why is because you have all these individuals that like to freaking talk about the this is first responders. Okay, well, cool. This is the thing that I'm telling you right now. If you try to take my mask from me and you say that it needs to be confiscated, and that's the only mask that I could afford at the time, you can't tell me or stop me that I need to give it up, or you can't stop me from coming on an installation. There are individuals that are literally being told right now that they cannot wear this mask on an installation, N95 mask. There's some individuals that have allergic reactions to certain things. They'll have already, if they become infected with this COVID stuff, they have underlying conditions. Then obviously it's going to affect them as well. But I think, honestly, you shouldn't have them you shouldn't say it's not authorized. You shouldn't. I mean, if you got the mask on your own, okay, because at first, what did they say? What did they say at the beginning? Get this N95 mask. Everyone get the N95. Okay, cool. We got the N95 mask. Everyone's buying N95 masks. Even people say, we don't have enough N95 masks. Okay, cool. Oh, well, we need to wait for a stock. The next thing you know, the government started taking these masks from individuals, or started taking them from the from these storage areas. And then I'm thinking, Okay, cool. Then whatever. Now there's people that are saying you need to donate your mask. No. Because then I'm not going to have it. You know what I mean? I'm you know, if I have to go if I had to do essential services to go feed my family, to go pick up groceries, to do, you know, stuff like that, then guess what? I'm not giving you my mask. You can't take my mask. That come and take them is in full effect. Exactly that. The government, yeah, exactly that. You cannot sit there and say that these masks now belong to the government and they need to be surrendered. Think about how close that sounds like too. What does that sound like?
Yeah, it sounds pretty like 2A to me.
Ooh, did you just say that? Do we need
Yeah, I said it.
Do we need to write that in the Constitution now? You can't take my mask. You know what I'm saying? We need to have
or even eminent domain, like
Yes.
you know, like.
Yeah, exactly. Second Amendment. We can add like a subsection of the Second Amendment, like Second Amendment, Bravo, or second.
Well,
you know what I mean?
even like, you know, like I said, personal property. Like, you know, the government can take your personal property for eminent domain, but you can fight it, and you know they have to compensate you for it. They can't force you to donate your land to build a railroad through it. Like if they feel the need, you know, they have to pay you for it.
Yeah,
like
exactly. Good, you know,
at market value.
Good point, Heath. Now, donate my mask. Yeah, nah, dog, it's for sale.
Yeah.
If you needed that bad,
like I said,
yeah,
like eminent domain.
yeah. So yeah, we're gonna talk about the bonuses and the COVID fucking stimulus thing too, because there's some stuff that was revealed through some of our finance whiz. We do have a J1. We do have a J1, and we have a finance office. We have a promotions office. We have a finance office in the J1. And what was discovered there about your stimulus? Wow, pretty eye opening. Plot twist is the fabric that was used in N95 attracts the Rona. That's what I'm saying. No, actually not. I guess they're saying that a cotton mask is better. But again, if I have an N95 mask, just like my Freedom devices are at the bottom of an undisclosed lake, it's at the bottom of a lake. It's at the bottom. I'm not at all gonna freaking dude. What's wrong with our phone lines, man? Something's up with our phone lines, dude.
I called you just fine.
Yeah, I'm about to say. I'm looking at them right now. I'm looking at everybody's shit right now, and it's like not letting me. It's not letting me to call in. I think everybody, what it is that right now there's a lag in the in the phones, in the phone system, and that when you call up, you have to stay on. Let it ring. Keep letting it ring, because if it rang 3 times already, it has not called here yet. It will continue to freaking to call, but we've not heard anything yet. So 5 times in your ear, we've not got it. So people already get, that's what you get for being impatient. How about that? So they're threatening action. People are threatening UCMJ for not following specific mitigation factors like that. If you catch a COVID, they'll launch an investigation. Any thoughts on that? Oh, I'll tell you what the thoughts on that. They are part of the reason why. Some of the chains of command are the reason why the COVID spread has been happening. So I'm going to be honest with you right now, not following specific COVID mitigation measures, they're not even following them to begin with. They have moved all COVID infections to the classified level now. But I tell you what, we had some pictures of individuals doing EIB.
Oh, I just found some where they were doing Soldier Month and doing ACFTs for it.
Right.
I'm like, didn't they just say, you know, don't do this?
Right.
Like, stop.
We literally had. Ice has ATST.
No, I mean, I get there's lots of mission essential things like
right.
training, like some training has to go on.
Right. No, I understand
Army
that.
Does not stop.
Right.
But is a soldier of the quarter board mission essential? Like, think about this, gal. No, or a battalion size formation for a picture, is that mission essential? Like,
no,
come on,
no. But there was guidance that said specifically, you can wear a shamag mask if you want, dude. Do it. You know, I'll be honest with you. Some of these commands, and I'm glad you brought that up, Cameron. Yeah, some of these commands are actually responsible for some of this to happen, anyways. Some of these commands that you know that you can think. I'm gonna tell you what. If you thought about what possibly worse that a command can do, it's been done already. What we've seen in the inbox. We have seen commands that have had their family members infected with COVID, but don't want to test their soldiers so that way they don't get put on the slides of being infected because they don't want to be held liable Yes, we're seeing this in the inbox. They don't want to be held liable or get busted like that fucking Captain Brett Crozier. Yes, that's what's happening. So yeah, I think you can't control a fucking virus, especially if you are trying to slam a soldier or impose UCMJ on that individual, and you are the reason why they got it. Then yeah, what about a stop loss? Yeah, they're considering stop loss. The stop loss. Yeah, they're considering it. Hey, you know what? All you vet bros, all you guys that like to rant in fucking cars and trucks and all that other stuff, now's your time. Now's your chance. Now, me and Spanky were over 20, so I guess we're boomers, right? So we can say whatever. We don't have to. We've done our time, right?
Right, and I don't think stop loss is going to happen. And we'll probably ask next week, like especially now that they are finding ways to make basic training, AIT, and all that happen. They're finding ways to mitigate the risk and everything. But basic training, AIT, those are all cesspools for germs and everything. But once they get there, they are confined as it is, and they are. I've been watching the TRADOC pages and everything. They are finding ways to combat it and start being able to ship the soldiers out of AIT, and they're how do I say this? Finding ways to keep training going.
Right.
That's the only way I can see a stop loss actually happening, is if we stop being able to ship new soldiers in. We have being able to train soldiers.
We have incidences right now where individuals during this stop movement and nobody moving, people are reporting. Like there's a soldiers will show up and say, "Hey, I'm here to report for duty," and they're like, "What the fuck are you doing here?"
Right.
Who sent you here? Who said you could go? Who authorized you to? Did you just like fucking leave on your own or whatever? I'm telling you, it's that. Think about what you're seeing right there. Yeah, the buzzword is bubble. What you're seeing out there is I have not, and I'm saying, all you vet bros, all you guys that only did like, I don't know, a few years, now's your chance to come in. All your shit talking that you were doing, come on down. We need we need people with some hand sanitizer to help scrub and decontaminate tents. This will be like Mop 4 on the fucking newest level. I'm telling you, yeah. Where's the damn rubber chicken? Exactly. It's ridiculous. I mean, I literally. How the WTF Sergeant Major is not like mad freaking day drinking right now because of all the shit that he's having to see and talk to and all that stuff. We were literally back and forth going back with PAOs and Sergeants Majors about saying, "Hey guys, why are you doing this? You guys are literally going to cause an infection of." And then obviously we don't know because the information is classified. We can't post it on Facebook. However, then all of a sudden you hear through other media reports that has gone up. How are soldiers who have reached their DROs leaving force of call? Exactly, cause. How are they leaving? They're leaving.
Well, I have a friend who got an exception, and she got to leave, and she had to go sit in quarantine. Like, sit there for 2 weeks doing absolutely fucking nothing, having her food brought to her. So that's, one, like I said, that's just one person I know personally, and that's what she had to do: sit there for 2 weeks, and then she got to go in process. And,
right. No, we're not going to narc them out. I'm saying we had somebody. So you're going to say who? No, I'm not going to say because anything that comes in the inbox of the anonymity's got to be cleared with fucking the judge. So I can't. I trust me. I want to. I really do. There's some times where I just have to grit my teeth and clench some fists. And not throw hands, and drive to installations to go Facebook Live, but I don't want to get infected. I don't want, you know what I mean? So, dude, it drives me up the wall. It drives me up the wall to see that shit. And there's my inboxes, the main page inboxes, your inbox, Spanky. We get all the information of commands and schoolhouses that want to push that envelope, and I guarantee it. It's not going to take, and right now, I mean, there's some stuff that's in the cooker that all it takes is somebody to get killed or have been killed, or how does a virus kill? They have succumbed to the virus, I guess you would say, because the virus doesn't really just kill you. It's not like beating you up or something like that. So they were infected and they died of complications of virus. All it takes is one. And I guarantee it right now, we will push the WTF Nation. The WTF Nation will ensure that we push for investigations. Because you know what? Just like how they have investigations for aircraft incidents. They should have an investigation. And I can tell you what, they have 2 boards. They have a collateral board and a safety board, right? So these boards are right. They're basically like a mechanic. It's almost like an investigation of, and of course, it's been a while since I've been in aviation, so it may be new or it may be, whatever. But there's an investigation that has what happened mechanically to the aircraft and what conditions were caused for the accident, and then there's what they call a collateral board. Who was responsible for this? Who was responsible for this accident or what led to the conditions that could have had this accident happen or whatever? We should have the same.
And that's why I'm not mad at these commands that are telling soldiers, hey, write down on a 1594, like where it is you're going, what it is you're doing. Because if they do get sick, they can go back and like, hey, because these commands are probably not the ones that are holding formations.
Right. I'm saying you're right. I'll say that too. You're right, Spanky. You're right. It's unfair for me to broad brush generals and CSMs, but when it's generals, CSMs, and cabinet level people that are having the common sense stuff, it's making the lieutenant colonels and the CSMs down at the battalions and the colonels at the brigades look like ass.
Yeah, because if those units are the ones say, hey, write down where you're going on 1594, they're probably not having formations. Because they're like, hey, we want to know where you're at in case one of them does get sick.
Right.
They can say, okay, so maybe let's try to find out where it is you caught it.
Yeah, kind of like track exactly.
Because if they're at formation,
right,
they know where they're at,
and they're tracking them down, and they're trying to find you just can't drink water, take a knee face out. But a lot of the stuff too is that that's how they've been able to trace.
You're right, it can be altered, but like I said, these soldiers probably don't want to get sick either.
Right.
So I'm like. Yeah.
Okay.
But like I said, I'm not mad at them.
Yeah, yes, exactly. So that, yeah, man, we could go off forever on some of this stuff too. It makes me mad. I just kind of look at the I talked to the WTF Sergeant Major, and hell, even our PAO, he'll come on here and help out in some of this stuff and all that. I'm like, God, dude, how do you PAO people fucking PAO? how do you manage to deal with all this stuff? And it's literally. It's almost like the PAOs and the PAO shops and the commanders really have to go into the weeds of commanding, being a first sergeanting and stuff like that. Are you really looking at that type of? Do you really want that drama? Do you really want that? It sucks. It really sucks because that's what I don't want to happen. I don't want any of our troops, members of the force, having an issue to where they were being stupid or a command was being stupid or negligent because they wanted to make those slides green. We want to make sure our slides are good because EIB is important. And then it costs the lives of one of our troops. Then what? Oh, sorry, my bad. Sorry that happened. Is that what's going to be the new? Oh, well, I guess we'll.
Yeah, but look at all these EIB qualified soldiers we have.
Look at these EIB soldiers that were squared away. Look at all these individuals that attempted to do that. Now. We have video, and I was told to hold off on it at the moment. We have video of a unit conducting an ACFT, an APFT. Knock it off. Knock it off. I was not authorized to release this video, so that way the deconfliction page can go ahead and act. And I guarantee right now, you PAs listening to right now, I would go ahead and find out because right now the boss is looking at what is the. I'm telling you, it should not have to be. I like doing sergeant's time and having fun, having mentoring and stuff like that. I don't like dropping dimes on units. I mean, some of it's fun, but it gets because I'm a professional fire starter. But, but dude, do we have to go down this path where WTF Nation Radio and U.S. Army has to go back to where we're just building such a great relationship with the commands, and they're gonna get mad at us and not want to hang out with us because we're not really diming them out. We're highlighting some of their actions. We're not being specific to a unit except for 1-9 CAV because they're CAV. I'll tell you what, I will make CAV jokes as long as I keep hearing airborne jokes. There you go. If I hear jokes
we're
about,
gonna keep doing this as long as sergeant's time is a thing.
I was about to say. I mean, I'll be honest with you. If you're gonna, you're gonna keep making airborne jokes about relevancy and how airborne is no longer relevant. Guess what? Join the club, CAV, if you want to be like that. I will continue to make CAV jokes. How about that? What, 8th Army? Oh, yeah, hang on. Come here real quick. Let me click some graphics here. Somebody, what happened in 8th Army? Oh, well, let me tell you what happened in the 8th Army. Wow. We'll let them slide up right there. Okay. This is what 8th Army is doing. You know what? There is a lot of 8th Army-ness now coming out in some of these units, social media engagements and stuff. I love it. They don't want to take credit because that's a standard. You know, nobody wants to. They want to. It's okay. It's your OER, NCOER. You want to take it? That's fine. You want to do these mitigation factors and all this stuff? That's fine. Someone's talking about how you really showed those privates and how you really doing this. This is enforcing discipline. This, by the way, is actually had. This has been pretty good. I wish the rest of the Army did this. As a matter of fact, the rest of the Army should be doing this. They should also be relieving individuals.
The amount of people that are like butthurt about this getting posted online, like there's nobody's names on here even. I don't know if you remember, but I remember the Article 15s being posted like in the company hallway.
Yep, used to be standard.
And the names are on there.
Yep.
Socials and stuff are removed, but your names are on there.
Right.
And I'm like, why is this a problem? Like, there's nobody's names on here. Yeah, there's a unit.
Right.
But how is this identifying which soldier it is, and how is this like cyberbullying and shaming
It's
them?
not. It is not.
But that's what those are comments I see.
You're right. You know what?
People posting.
Well, they say that about us too, that we're cyberbullies and shit like that. Just because we're highly look, just because you got caught doesn't mean we're cyberbullying. You just got caught. That's what it is, and it would have gone out. This is another method. This is the Digital Company Information Board, the UCMJ board. We're only providing you, and we'll keep getting this. JAGs, First Sergeants, CSMs, feel free to send us this stuff. We would be more than happy to throw some charge sheets up. We'll even protect and redact some information for you guys to see what's going on. There's a couple of PAOs that are, or not PAOs, but Sergeant Majors that are asking me about, hey, let's see if we can post some of this stuff too. Yeah, cool.
Yeah, but this is a method. These guys are fucking up, even if it wasn't like, a COVID type environment. They're underage drinking. But
yeah, exactly.
They probably wouldn't have got slammed this hard,
right,
Bill Green,
right. Well, but yeah, so there's nothing wrong with this. It's just lets you know that General Abrams, General Bills aren't messing around. 8th Army and the U.S. Forces Korea are not messing around. So if you sit there and say, hey, it's not a big deal, these guys were two privates were feel good R-15 because of why? Because of violations of lawful orders, violating the U.S. COVID. Look, these guys will probably going to be, if they stay in the Army long enough, will probably be the ones that will hold mass formations. That's the way I see it. A cause to an end. Means to an end.
Well, I bet they won't now.
Yeah, well, they're going to have
they
information.
learn something now.
Well, they're privates too. They'll recover from it. Shit. By wrongfully traveling to Camp Humphreys without authorization for violating USFK policy by possessing alcohol underage, well, there you go, there's one of them, and violating a sign-out policy. Oh, underage, you're screwed. But goddamn, is it? Wait, there's an age requirement? Wait, you can't have booze under 21 in Korea? I thought it was
no, not anymore. Like, even the last time I was there, it had changed already.
So you can be 21, so you have to be 21 to drink. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Like the first time I was in Korea, you did not have to be 21 to drink. My next two tours in Korea, you had to be 21.
Gotcha.
Already.
Okay. All right. Because I know in Germany it's like that. It's 18. But then again, there's hardly anybody in Germany anymore. So violating unit sign-up and the violation of Article 92 UCMJ and a false official statement in violation of 107 UCMJ for misconduct occurring on 28 March. They were punished with forfeiture of $866 per month for 2 months. 45 days restriction, 45 extra duty, a written reprimand. That's what I'm talking about. I'm all for it. Violating the COVID stuff, I'm serious about that stuff. It's not that I want to sham or something like that, but, hey. Who cares? People were like, oh, you're right. Oh, cyberbullying. This is bullshit. That's so mean, those poor privates.
No, but that's how they have kept their cases so low where it was so prevalent in South Korea, like the COVID was. So this is how it worked. Like they were like strictly, like, hey, you can't do this, you can't do that, you can't go off post to restaurants, you can get takeout, you can then go take your ass back home, and because a lot of soldiers obviously live off post in
right.
Korea, so this is why it worked.
Right. No, hey, Mike, real quick, the aircraft, if you ever jumped out of a military aircraft, they're authorized to fly with a certain amount of faults, so they're not perfectly good aircraft. They're not. I don't care what anybody says. There's some fault. You could fly without a commander can sign off on it. You ain't really no. But did I hit a nerve, Mike? Are you a cab guy, Mike? Is Mike? Are you a cab? Are you a cab? I don't want to mess with you, man. But I'm just saying. I'm just asking. But anyways, yeah, let them do it. I mean, I think let them do it. Let the commands run with this. Let them post this stuff like that. I think commands should do that online already.
Absolutely. I mean, like, no names are posted.
Right. I think like all the commands, Forrestcom, TRADOC, USASOC, 18th Airborne Corps, they should all post like this stuff like that. 10th Mountain, all the big units, they should post. Hey, look, because this is not saying anything specific. It should say right there, all of them. They should all post this type of information up there showing what the people have messed up.
And the reason behind it was, and way back when they used to post it in, like I said, the company hallway, putting a copy on the bulletin board, is like, hey, this guy fucked up. Don't do the same thing, or this shit's going to happen to you, and you're going to be the one out here buffing floors till fucking midnight. And that was the reason behind it. This is the reason behind it now. It's the same thing, just in a digital age. And it's like, hey, don't do this. This is going to happen to you. Do you want to give up 860? I mean, that was more than my base pay when I was a fucking private.
I was about to say, yeah, exactly. And if you've seen some of my LESs, they're still printed in the old green bar, 1960s misplaced. I didn't know if I was getting $50 or 50 cents for my fucking base pay back in the day. I got some old. I got my OLESs when I was a knobby head little private, so I still got them shits. And I look back and I'm like, God damn, dude, it's like, damn. God, I don't want to complain about not having money ever again. Shit. I go to B-dubs and spend this much more than I got a private. God, man.
I spent more than that on food this week.
Right, exactly. Oh my God. Don't even start on food, man. God, this is insane. So, okay, real quick, we were talking about the kids, right? Because now everyone's got quarantine. We're all quarantined with kids, and mandatory stay home with the childrens. Is it me? Is it a strange anomaly that all of a sudden you're spending a lot more money with the kids at the house, or you're noticing that they're okay? Because the boy, baby eyes, this little monster ravages my freaking kitchen. Like he's finding snacks that I didn't know I had in the freaking cupboards. He raided a freaking one of my cabinets like a locust, and he used pots and pans to climb up on, because he's boys are inquisitive when it comes to stuff like that, child and stuff like that. He stacked pots and pans in my cupboard to get onto the cabinet counter to open up the upper cabinet above the stove to start munching on snacks. So we get home. It was like day before yesterday. So we get home from his daycare and stuff like that, and he comes. So I'm going to take a leak right quick, and I hear this. I'm like, what the hell is that noise? I'm like, what the hell is that crunching? I was like, there's no frick. I'm like, there's no way there's no way this kid has climbed up where I think he's climbed up. And he had grabbed what he did is he stacked some pots and pans, got onto the cabinet, got up onto the cabinet, the table, the cabinet top, opened up one of the cabinet doors, and then grabbed like a mountain climber on top, put his foot on another cabinet to get to this cabinet on top of the stove that's got chips, that's got chicharrones, it's got freaking pig skins, pork skins. So
I absolutely believe it.
He grabs, the kid's getting fucking tall too. He's got these big long legs and arms. He grabs the freaking, he grabs the pork rinds, throws them on the ground. He just throws them behind it. He just tosses them behind him. I guess that's what he did, because that's what it looked like. I hear all this noise going on. And then he climbs back down, and then that's as I was washing my hands after I had used the bathroom, I hear this. I'm like, what the hell is that for? I was like, there's no way he got up there. There is no way he got up to get these freaking these pork rinds. Sure as shit. He's like, hey. I'm like, oh my God, dude. He's getting on my phone. Did I tell you about that when he sent everybody freaking, he sent my friends, everybody on my Facebook fucking friends list a picture of him? He sent a kid pic.
I didn't get a kid
no,
pic. I'm so butthurt.
No, he logged on. I can't say how many accounts that I have, but he logged into an account and he already had it on there, and he started sending pics.
Gotcha.
And so there was a lot. He sent a picture, Doctor Man. He sent a picture freaking. I mean, he was just sending pics. And everyone,
tell baby Ice I want kid pics.
He was, yeah. I was like, oh my God, I was so embarrassed, because he's like, I'm like, and then I started thinking, wait a minute, this phone's attached to a lot of accounts. I want to see what else he sent pics to. You know what I mean? Because I don't want to freaking like bust it out. But anyways, yeah. So this right here, man, this whole money thing, this whole talking about a private, Yeah, exactly. Well, his first unit being first and 10th Mountain. Our kids are eating out of house and home, dude. I went to the grocery store, and this is just for the kids. It's like almost $200 of chow.
Oh, I believe it.
And most of it's snacks. Most of it was like crunch and snacks because this both of them, little monsters. I'm sitting here looking all emaciated and shit. I'm all like, hey, you got some sunken cheeks, bro. You okay? You lost a lot of weight, man. You working out? No, kids are eating my chow. You know what I mean? God.
I had to leave the house today. I had a doctor's appointment. So I was like, I'm going to go to the grocery store. While I'm in my doctor's appointment, I have 4 different texts from the girl. Hey, can you get sandwich stuff? Next one. Can you get milk? Can you get cereal? Can you get pickles? And then she wanted some nail stuff too.
Right.
Like 4 different texts. Because,
right.
I'm like, we have plenty of food, but it's like stuff you have to cook and everything. The only stuff we were running out of is stuff like that, like fresh stuff. But yeah, it's like all this stuff. She's like going through all the cabinets and deciding, and I even picked her up some cookies. Yesterday she really wanted fucking cookies and we didn't have any. She was about to bake some. That's how bad she wanted
my God, don't even tell me about cookies. I think I have, you know what, it was kind of cool is that while everyone was hoarding fucking TP and hoarding eggs and milk, think that because they thought it was guess what I got to hoard? I got to hoard fucking gummy worms. Again, fruit snacks, freaking chicharrones. I got freaking, then I got some freaking salt and vinegar chips. He loves the Doritos jalapeno chips. All the Chips Ahoy chewy cookies I think I got off the rack because, nobody's going to miss it. So,
right.
Oh my God, dude. It's just like freaking insane. So that right there, those privates messing up at 8th Army, that was like a couple of loads. That's like $200 right there. Got them. Now down to freaking $600 for groceries. So you imagine if they had a family or something like that, and they had kids.
I hope they don't. That's the only thing I hate about Article 15s.
Is what the fucking
is it like if taking food out of a baby's mouth.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the only thing that kills me about it, and I. Just like take all their time. Like I'll put your ass to work from, like here's your 4 hours of sleep.
Right. I would rather do that. Exactly. Yeah. I'd rather work your ass off and all that stuff. And the first lesson should be just that. You know what I mean? But God, everyone's like, oh, like you said, this is cyberbullying. So let's continue on with the freaking judge. Thank you for bringing up what happened to 8th Army. Okay. So this next story right here from the judge. Look at this shit. This is fucking insane. Things I shouldn't have to tweet. Having a soldier diagnosed as HIV positive is a serious event that requires support and dedicated chain of command. It is not an April Fool's joke. So the particular unit, this particular turd was separated from the Army and other than our honorable discharge for his actions. Now, when I asked the judge, dude, what happened with this? What happened with this story? This story right here is insane. I mean, dude, I don't even know how this individual did not get the shit beat out of him for doing this. Well, actually, I'll take that back. There was some almost fisticuffs involved in this. So
I'd have beat his ass.
Yeah, exactly. I would beat his ass too. So basically, what it was is that it was a Thursday. It was in April 2010. April 2010, a commander, as a joke, told a soldier that he had tested HIV positive, and the clinic would call you at some point. And then the unit was heading off to a 4-day weekend, and it was a Thursday. Let me say that again. In April 2010, a commander, as a joke, told a soldier that he was tested HIV positive, and the clinic will call you at some point. The unit was headed off to a 4-day, and it was a Thursday. So it was a 4-day weekend. That Thursday, he said he had the HIV, and the clinic will call you. Now, imagine that.
Like, who hurt you?
Right.
To think that that's funny.
Right.
Like, to think that that kind of joke is funny.
Right.
Like, I have the sickest, darkest sense of humor, and I don't find that funny at all.
Right.
That's...
Chris.
I want to know who this is so I can go find him.
Yeah. Oh my God. I know. Judge. That's one thing about the stipulation when I talk to the judge about some of these cases. I can't find out who they are because he knows what we would do.
Because he knows you'll kick his ass.
Because we'll know we'll load up in the fucking car and let's go. We'll jump in your mini.
Me up, Ice.
Yeah, we'll jump up in your minivan and fucking go. Go storm some shit.
Let's go. I'm driving.
So the unit was headed out for a 4-day. During the course of the 4-day, the first sergeant found out. and got into the argument with the CEO that ended with fists. So at that point, everybody knew this happened on a Tuesday. So over the weekend, it found out that it was bullshit. It didn't happen. It didn't happen at all. The kid was not HIV positive. Okay, again, it was the commander playing a fucking cruel joke. And the first sergeant found out over the course of the weekend. That Tuesday, they got into a heated argument with the CEO that almost ended in fisticuffs. So obviously that everyone saw it. So the silver lining to this is the CO was relieved the following Friday. So the Gomar was issued, and an elimination board was a month later. And so he was out in other honorable discharge. Isn't that crazy?
I hope can't even get a job at fucking Walmart.
Oh my God, that's insane.
No, Walmart's, I don't even want to badmouth Walmart.
You don't want to badmouth Walmart? Are you sure?
No, not even. That's like too good. Like seriously, I can't think of fate bad enough for this guy right
Yeah, oh, I know.
Like,
I said, could you imagine being? That's like being told you have cancer and you have just a little bit lot to live, and then you get a freaking April Fool's joke saying that you didn't. Oh no, you're good.
Yeah.
Like,
no, you're fine.
You're fine. There's nothing wrong with you. Why would you just April Fools? Ha 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 ha. We were just joking. Are you fucking nuts?
Yeah, because like I don't know how old this soldier was. Like, do they know like HIV is not like a death sentence anymore? I mean, maybe they do because Magic Johnson is still here, and and he was diagnosed like
right
years ago. So, like, but you don't know. Like, that's like a life changing. Probably still think of it as a death sentence in your head. That's probably the first thing that pops in your head. Like, this is going to kill me.
Right.
Maybe not today, but it's going to kill me. Like, and you have to stew on that like for 4 days at least. Like, you probably called your mom.
Right.
And then got your mom all fucking worried.
Yeah.
My mom would have probably gone down and shot the guy after she.
Well, I didn't want to
get the whole show.
I didn't. Yeah, exactly. I would say I wouldn't even want to have found out. I mean, think about what if this guy was married. What if this guy had a family? What if this guy was married and had to go home and tell his wife, or he had a girlfriend, that he had HIV?
Or anybody that he's like, even if he was single, he's probably like, had people that he slept with that he needs to talk to. And
right.
Oh.
Right.
And if he is a decent person in any way, shape, or form, is going to tell them sooner rather than later, so they don't sleep with anybody else. Oh God! I still see. It's a good thing that Judge has this. Don't tell you who he is.
Oh my God!
I'd be on my way right now.
Oh my God! I know. I saw that. And I was like, oh God, man, please don't. Why did you have to tell me? So real quick, the judge I asked him, paid you anything else, and he's like, he wants to like impart words. He wants to like impart, like he wants to have like a judge's, his judge is a judge speech. I was like, pretty cool, man. It's like, wow, really? You really got something to say? It's like, wow, okay. So here's a tidbit from the judge. It's not recorded, it's not like that, because he has a very distinct voice that will probably be recognized as a judge dude. So I don't want to, he doesn't want to. So here's what he told me to tell the audience. And I quoteth the judge: the troops lately have been getting a lot of guidance about a lot of things that seem dumb. First, it was social distancing. And it was alcohol purchase curtailment. Then it was telework. Then it was uniforms. Then it was the haircuts. Now it's face masks. Guys, we're in the Army. Bullshit isn't new. Changing guidance and moving targets aren't new. Things might seem dumb, but they really are dumber than a 0330 formation for a 0900 range, right? The bottom line is that you're going to get orders. You will have to follow them, and failure to do so will be at your peril. Notice he didn't say, he said at your peril. Quote, some chains of command have been going a little too far, though. No, your commander can't punish you if your dependents leave post without his permission. No, your COC can't come into your off-post and house to inspect. Yes, there has been that. I'll get into that in a minute. Quote the judge, bottom line, if it seems stupid, let it slide and suck it up and deal with it. But if it seems shady, call the IG. How can you tell the difference? If it affects only you and the performance of your duties, it's probably just stupid. If it's your dependents and your family, ask. So that's right there. Go ahead.
No, that's a good point. That's a good point.
He when he brought up, because this is something that he was talking about, he said I could talk about it. chains of command, please, careful when you say, I'm going to go inspect your house off post. You can't. You best have a warrant. You best have express. I guarantee right now, your soldiers have watched you navigate through this COVID crisis so bad. Not you, I should say. Let me take that back. Your formations have watched you navigate through this COVID crisis. How you have performed during this crisis will determine how much trust they're going to give you for you to allow them to come in your house. I know some people, I am the same way. I don't want nobody to come over unless you're invited. It's just not to be a dick, but, hey, you want to come over to my house? Yeah, cool, come on over, shoot the shit. I don't care, whatever. But if you're going there under the auspices of your authority to say that, what's wrong with having an alternative like me and Spanky talked about before? There's nothing wrong with you as a leader to go into their house. Like I was joking around talking with the WTF staff. I'd show up with a bucket of chicken and some fucking family stuff and have some KFC in the fucking lawn and hang out with the kids. Hey, how y'all doing? Maintaining distance, of course. How you guys doing? You guys doing okay? Everything going all right? How's your house? How's your landlord treating if you're renting? You got everything going on, blah, 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 blah. You're not. You're just asking to make sure that they're okay. That's it. And then you go to the next house. Pick a house. That's how you do it.
When the asking permission from your chain of command came up, that's when it hit me exactly what Judge said. I'm like, I would have paid money to see how my mother would have reacted to that because my mother was a military spouse.
Yep.
So if I apply that, how would my mother react to anything that comes out? If she'd have been cool with it, if she did this, my mother would have absolutely lost her shit, probably been the one at the general's fucking door, this, that, or whatever, and she was not a typical military spouse. She would never have, used the term dependa with her, but she would have full on dependa, Karen, every other term you can think of. If someone would have told her, if my dad would have came home and said, you need to ask my permission so I can ask my boss's permission for you to go to the grocery store. If he wouldn't have got knocked out like right then and there, then that's then it would have gone up and she probably would have went and kicked his boss's ass and then his boss's ass and then gone off the chain. That was probably when she'd have broke it. So I guess, and she definitely wouldn't let any motherfucker in her house. So I think that's what I'm going to use for my common sense tests now. It's like, how would my mother react if any of this would have came out?
Right.
You told her to wear a mask, she'd been like, whatever.
Right.
Like a mask, but
right.
Try to come in her house, make her ask permission.
Right.
She's gonna lose her motherfucking shit.
Right. Well, that's what I'm saying. But is it? What are you trying to prove? Well, what are you trying to do? What are you trying to do? What's your effect? Why do you need to come to their house? At this point, if it's taken a freaking plague for you to come visit your soldiers, there's something wrong.
Oh, and that's just it. Has my dad's airmen, but and soldiers before that, but have they been in her house? Yes. Has he been in theirs? Yes. Has anybody fucking made her say that you're gonna go cook some shit? Has he ever said you have to do this? No. But how has there been barbecues at her house where my dad's whole freaking I guess you would call it squadron?
Well,
yeah, but nobody's ever said you had to.
I've been invited to barbecues from some of my troops as first sergeant, and I'd show up and I would hang out and grab a plate, see how you're doing, and then peace out. Just be there, peace out for a little bit. It depends what it is. If it's it's the detachment or some of the members of the section getting together or something like that. Yeah, let's go hang out, and then the next thing you know, we'll go and freaking grab some chow, and that's it. And then that's just I'll be honest with you, that's really all it takes. It don't have to be a dick or anything like that. Just make a presence, show up, make sure everybody's okay. Now in this COVID crisis stuff though, you just don't that right there, you're running a risk.
And nobody's having big huge get-togethers or anything, but right now I think the most important thing is gosh, check on them. Just make sure everybody's okay. Like me, I would like to get back on this whole, physical distancing from everybody on my own terms,
right.
Not being forced to.
Right.
But a lot of people don't like spending all this time at home alone, and they're very social beings, and they like being out, and they love going to bars, and they love doing this, and they love doing that. And especially, you know, when I was a young soldier, I loved doing all of that. So they might not be okay, and they might need more than text, and they might just need a text. And I guess, you know, those first line leaders, they probably know best. But gosh, reach out and check on them. And not to the point where you're annoying either, and you're checking them every 5 minutes. And I guess,
oh my God,
you got to find that balance.
No, it's pretty bad because they're trying. They're like, hey, you need to, you never. Yeah, I don't know. It almost seems like you better be at your house. You better show up. You better. I mean, it's like you're talking about an off-post establishment. That's standoffish, man. I mean, everybody lives off-post to get away from the chain of command, unless there's some reason, unless you have some reason to believe that they're endangering or a danger to their family. You as a senior leader, you just get the pulse from the fucking first sergeants or your platoon sergeants. Don't even try to tread in that territory, because you could get hemmed up.
I mean, if it was me and I had a bunch of soldiers in the barracks, I'd be like the weirdo that would come out there with a boombox and be like a Better Off Dead and like play music and make them look all over. And I'm like, hey, y'all all good? Okay, I'm going back home.
Right,
but
exactly.
See, I've always been like the weirdo like that.
Right,
but
exactly.
They all knew that.
Right, really.
Like the weirdo.
Yeah, because one of the biggest things that people were gonna like, yeah. What are you doing?
We'd have a little dance off in the window.
Yeah, right, exactly. Exactly.
Any of my soldiers know that I was always weird like that. Like I try to make them dance for PT, and they're, are you kidding? Okay, can we go run now? Okay, let's go run.
Right.
That
Exactly.
would make them want to run.
Right, for real. You'd be like, are we doing a dance off? What the hell's going on with this? You're just like, you can dance.
And see, now they want to run.
Now next thing you know, they're like, oh, you have competitions or something like that. like, what are you doing? Or tossing a keg. Yep, Joe Calabuno, exactly. Tossing a keg. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh man. We just said the same time. Oh man. Oh God. There's just crazy shit. I mean, come on, it's history. I don't think anyone's gonna remember that, right? I mean, it's just like not a big deal. Why'd you have to go there, Joe? I mean, come on, Joe. Oh man. Okay, so we got like 10 minutes left. Oh shit, no, we don't got 10 minutes left. We're over. Shit, I'm like, I looked at the freaking clock and I thought we had 10 minutes left, and I'm still wound up on coffee.
All right, we do what we want.
Yeah, exactly. We have a big guest next week. This is unreal. We have our legend, our fan girl. The last time we had him come on here, Mark Baker. Mark Baker is going to come on here and shoot the breeze with freaking CQ. This would be awesome.
Oh, wait.
What?
That's not next week.
Isn't that? Oh my! Excuse me. See, I'm telling you, I'm all jacked up right now. The coffee, dude. I shouldn't drink coffee right now. I shouldn't drink coffee because I'm like looking at 3 different calendars at 3 different. I'm looking at 3-dimensional calendars right now. Am I supposed to see sound? Anyways, our next guest on 16 April, next Sergeant's Time.
There we go.
Thank you. Is Lieutenant General Thomas Simons. That's how I want to pronounce it. He is the Army Deputy Chief of Staff for Jew. He is the Army G1. No, he's not an admin. We've already been asked. He's not an admin. He's not the J1. I've already got asked that question. General Simons became the Army's 48th Deputy Chief of Staff. He's been the Army G1 since 6 May 2017. He's responsible for developing, managing, and executing manpower and personnel plans, programs, and policies for the total Army. He's going to be coming on and discussing things like, as it relates to the COVID stuff, the stop moves, the PCS entitlements, the promotions, the retentions, the face masks. He's coming on next Thursday. Next Thursday is going to be Sergeant's Time with a 3-star. What I'm asking you guys and gals to do is go to the main page. Hey, I got questions for the Army G1. Send it to there. Just say, this is for the next week's show. Or hit contact at armywtfmoments.com or contact at WTF Nation Radio. You give me your questions and shoot them through there. It will be a whole lot easier. Now, of course, if there's some questions that I get that you're not gonna, because the last time we had a Q&A, I already got some questions, but you guys are giving me questions that I was going to ask already. So don't get upset if you didn't get any freaking, if you didn't get no love on he didn't ask my question. How come you said no, that's we're going to have them coming out. So contact at WTFNationRadio.com and then contact at ArmyWTFMoments.com. All of those emails, or hit us in the inbox at US Army WTF Moments or WTF Nation Radio, because this is the Army G1. Okay, if there is not any person higher enough that you could get to answer questions about COVID stuff, when you're going to PCS, rumors about stop loss, that would be the person to answer it. I think this will be probably the first time. I don't know, Spanky, what do you think? We've never given questions to any of our guests before, but I think due to the situation here, we might have to give a couple of questions of some of the feedback that we get, because we've never had. I'm going to give you guys a little quick trade secret. We never give our guests, as a matter of fact, all of our guests can come on and they can say the same thing. We've never given them questions. They come on onto the hot seat, ready to go.
Oh, and I absolutely told him the same thing.
Yeah.
I did say that most of them will probably be related to everything that's
right. That's what I'm saying.
relevant right now.
Right. So
because he was originally supposed to come on for
in March. He was supposed to come back at the beginning of March to discuss the Army People Strategy, because we were going to talk about the new AIM, the new market and all. Well, I mean, we'll still probably talk about that. We'll talk about the COVID stuff, primarily, but we'll probably ask a couple. We got a whole hour with a 3-star.
Right.
This isn't a...
And knowing that our audience will probably want to know everything, personnel related that is going on with COVID, me and his people were talking and that's totally acceptable. Hey, they're going to want to know what's going on. Right.
Yeah, exactly. And then all of these questions, believe it or not, some of these fragos and COVID updates are, I'm telling you that he's going to be able to ask and all that. I mean, we'll probably just ask them that. I mean, if they come back and ask us, Spanky, just say, hey, yeah, more than likely ICE is probably going to ask a lot of the stuff that you've already talked about. So there might be some questions and some FAQs coming from that as well. You know what I mean? So that's okay. That's not giving them the questions, but it's giving them some hints. You know what I mean?
Right.
If we give him that, give him his XO. He's got an XO, doesn't he have? Or he's got an admin NCO or something like that, or he's got a.
It's his PAO type person I'm talking to.
It's his rep. It's his rep.
Yeah.
It's
his handler.
It's his handler. Yeah, it's his rep. Because he manages a 3-star, so yeah, it's his handler. Yeah. It's General Saman's handler. You can let him know that hey, look, that's probably what we're going to end up talking about. So just give him that type of stuff. That way they can G it up, because I have a feeling it's going to be a pretty in-depth and a lengthy interview, because this is kind of a hot button topic. Ooh, am I speaking like a freaking? This is a hot button. Holistically, we need to look at, not to piggyback off what the General Saman said. I'm not going to do that. There's going to be no piggybacking. But okay, I'm sorry about that. So it's the following Tuesday then. The following Tuesday. Every time I say next week, fucking CQ's ears get up and freaking get all. I thought I was going to be doing it in a couple weeks. No, I'm sorry, CQ. Next Tuesday, the Tuesday after that, the 21st of April, Mark Baker, the guy who does Private Murphy, the guy who does the Charlie Mike comics, he's going to come on and talk to us, or talk to CQ in his second appearance on WTF Nation Radio. He's a retired Army Master Sergeant. You guys know him from the Private Murphy cartoons. Ran in the Army Times for about 8 years, and then after a 10-year hiatus, he's back doing Murphy cartoons. We share on the main page as well. And then the next Tuesday at the end of the month is PJ Walsh. He's been this will be his 4-time reigning appearance to hang out with CQ again for freaking Pop Culture Warrior. So we're excited. We're really pumped up about General Saman's coming on, though. Him coming on here is going to be kind of like a big deal. Oh shit, we need to order a flag. I just realized that we need to order a freaking flag.
I've done the requisition.
Okay, I'm about to say
ordering.
Order. Okay,
waiting for it to come in.
We need, holy! I just realized that too. It's the
all
3-star.
All sewing or busy doing masks.
Right.
They said they get back to me.
We gotta get back from the freaking from the shop to get our freaking mask done first. Should we have masks on? Should we start camming? No, we should. I mean, if we can, we should have masks on or something like that.
Yeah, then I probably got to put pants on because I like to stand up sometimes. I always do this show without pants.
Exactly. The Army G1. That's right. That's like Truckosaurus on WTF Nation Radio. You'll buy the seat, but you'll only need the edge. Be there. Be there on Sergeant's Time. Be there on Pop Culture Warrior. We have other shows too, though. This is Sergeant's Time. This weekend, we're working on some weekend show stuff, so I'm excited. I can't wait. Maybe some daytime shows too, depending what the schedule's going to work like. And then we have Kicking It with Cause with the old men of Cause and Owl on Sundays. And then we have the Monday edition with myself and Flash. And then Tuesday is Pop Culture Warrior. And then back here to Thursday, Sergeant's Time. Wednesday, we don't have anything for Wednesday. We're never going to have anything for Wednesday. Because right now, I think we're kind of digging the break. But anyways, yeah, General Samans, dude. Yeah, exactly that, Colabuno. Be there. Be there Sundays. A man who has to pay for his fragos on WTF Nation Radio. Anyways, I gotta stop drinking coffee. I don't think you spoke with like 8 sentences today, Spanky.
It's okay. I've been busy.
No, I hear you tapping your keys in the background. Thank you guys and gals for showing up and hanging out. We appreciate it. Again, keep sending us those images in the inbox. More than happy to send them out. Also, don't be afraid to send those pics of if your unit's doing some stuff like that. That's like kind of check it out. Hit us in the inbox. Hit us on the DMs. Follow us on Twitter at WTFNationRadio.com. Or I'm sorry, at WTF Nation Radio. And then the U.S. Army WTF almost has its own Twitter page. It's at the WTF Nation. I have one, WTF IO guy. And then what's your Spanky? I mean, because I've always
mine is at WTFNR Spanky.
Yeah, WTFNR Spanky. We have all the WTFs on there, and of course, again, broadcasting live or podcasted on over freaking 14 different platforms such as Stitcher, iHeartRadio, Castbox, Mixcloud, TuneIn, Player, iBooks. Don't forget we're on Mixer. We're also on Periscope and Twitter. We just got some new followers on Twitter, on Periscope. So let me see them little hearts. Thank you so much. We appreciate that. We got some followers on pretty good followership on Periscope now. Of course, the 2 Facebook pages, YouTube, Road Crush, and of course, anytime you want to listen to us or download the podcast, just go to WTFNationRadio.com or go to Google Play or Apple Podcasts, and you can download us there. If that's not enough for you, then that's fine, because we want to expand our platform ship. Paul from Nepal, shoot us a note, man. I haven't heard from you in a while. We had our Taiwan guest on Sunday. He was in there. I didn't understand what it said. It was from Taiwan. So hey, once again, bud, y'all be safe over there. Is that it? Do we got anything else? I guess we're good.
I think we're good. Thank y'all for joining us.
Thank y'all for joining us. Space
Big
Force.
Hearts.
Yeah. Space Force, and get some shots. And I'm not gonna drink coffee anymore. So good night, y'all. Have a good night. See you.
Space Force, we'll saddle saddle up our intergalactic horse, and we'll ride into the sun, yes, into the sun, where we'll take the day by planting a flag right there at its source. Space Force. They say that they've discovered life up there on Mars, so let's blow it all to hell and then claim it for ours. We'll paint the moon red, white, and blue for no other reason than we wanted to. Oh, Jupiter, imagine what you could become. A stupid, pointless planet turned into a giant gun. And Russia, so sorry, have to burst your bubble. Be a good sport now, sit back, relax, and watch us through the hubble as we celebrate the greatness of the United Planets of America. Space Force, Space Force. We'll saddle up our intergalactic horse, and we'll ride into the sun, yes, into the sun, where we'll take the day by planting a flag right there at its source. Space Force. Now we'll go to infinity and beyond, beyond. You'll hear our manly voices singing Space Force strong. Though critics say sound doesn't travel in space, to which we reply sound will do as we say. Oh, Captain Kirk, your achievements, though notable and fine, as far as we're concerned, this is Deep Space Mine. And big fans, but Lord Vader, step away from the lightsaber. There can only be one, of course. Space Force. Ra-da-da-da-da-da, ra-da-da, ra-da-da, ra-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-dum-dum-dum-dum, ra-da-da-da-da-da, ra-da-da, ra-da-da, ra-da-da-da-da-da-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. Space Force, Space Force. We'll saddle up our intergalactic horse, and we'll ride into the sun, yes, into the sun, where we'll take the day by planting a flag right there at its source. Space Force. Space Force.
What is this Facebook Live? I've never heard of this shit.
The voice of U.S. Army, WTF Moments. This is WTF Nation Radio.
Good evening, boys and girls. This is Tim Kennedy. I'm a Special Forces sniper, a Ranger-qualified Green Beret, a UFC fighter. Please listen to us and the shenanigans that we're going to say. We will insult you. There will be racial slurs. We will be sexist. We will offend you. But there will be magic, and a unicorn will be raped. So enjoy the show. Thank you for listening on WTF Nation Radio.